All right, so I wanted to make a video talking about what happens or how to manage yourself when you wind up on a extreme run you didn't mean to get to. So let's say, like, hypothetically, you just rolled up on to like a run like this and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm terrified. There's moguls or there's cliffs, or like you're not in your terrain. Yeah, you stumbled upon just a really hard run. What do you do? Well, first things first is you don't want to panic. Panicking can just cause you to make irrational decisions. One of those would be like unstrapping your snowboard and trying to slide on your butt down the run. Don't want to do that, because by taking off your snowboard, you've now removed the thing that will help you stop, to slow down. So if you unstrap and sit in your butt, you're just going to keep sliding, and then you might slide into a tree or a rock or off a cliff. So don't unstrap and like slide. You want to stay on your board. Now, the next thing is, even if you have to like sit down and like crawl with your snowboard because it's too intense, like, it's much better to still be able to put your heels down and stop yourself than to just keep sliding. But if you can, stay on your feet. Staying on your feet is going to be the better move. And be on your heels, or your toes is a good spot too. So if we're on our toes and we're in these extreme areas, you can always reach for the ground with your hand. Kind of like get through it, like so. You'd have 4 points of contact, your 2 feet and both hands. I'm holding a pole. So the snow's getting super grabby. Ooh. That's an option, but what I recommend, or if I get into a spot and I'm like, ooh, this is a little hairy, just get on your heels and just heel slide down, the falling leaf style run where you just kind of do on your heels, on your heels. This is a great way to get through gnarlier terrain than if you try to make the turns. The other thing you don't want to do is ride like over these bumps, like straight down the bumps, like so. Like, if that's going to be really, they're called moguls, that's going to be really weird and not fluid. You're looking for like where people's gone, and you're kind of just sliding through where they've gone. And then also look for your easiest way down. The middle of this run looks pretty challenging. I'm pretty sure there's an ice wall or something right there. You know, like, I can see the groomer run that I was supposed to be on over there and I didn't make it. But like over here is looking a lot easier, a lot more friendly. So I'm going to just scooch my way over to this like easier side right here. And then now I can keep doing that heel slide. Once again, I could even, you know, if I needed to, I could sit down and kind of like, whoa. But see this rock kind of like right below me right there? That's why you don't want to sit down, because I could run that over with my butt and like that would hurt. Scrape my butt on that. So if I can stay on my feet, that's the better way to go. Here's that ice wall. So once again, that's why we don't want to take off our board and try and walk down or slide down on our butt. Especially if you dropped your skis or snowboard and that thing shot down this mountain right here, it'd be gone. And if you had an evolution sticker on it, you'd be double out. So if you want to snag one of those, they're linked in the description. So stay strapped in so you don't butt slide down an ice wall. So the other thing is, if you don't start riding terrain like this, dude, this snow is so sticky. If you don't start getting in here and feeling it out and experiencing what it's like to ride it, then you'll never get the confidence to do it. So maybe you accidentally rolled up on the terrain like this, but maybe that wasn't a bad thing, because then you did it. You just survived it, and now you're like, whoa, honestly, that wasn't that bad. Now I want to do that type of riding more, and you can come back and try it. So I will say, you're gonna roll up onto some pretty epic terrain on accident sometimes, especially if you're riding a gnarly mountain like Red Mountain like that I'm on, or it just happens with snowboarding as you just start push your level. And so just stay calm in those situations. Don't make weird, crazy decisions. Going back up the mountain also isn't the best decision because you can get really exhausted. You usually got to take your gear off to do that. So try and ride it out. Give her a shot. I hope these tips helped you. Hope it prepared you for that time when you accidentally roll up on something that you don't want to be on, but you're there. So here we go. We got to ride it. And then before you know it, you're going to be riding through this stuff like me. Super fluid, super smooth. See how I'm like riding through all the bumps and just kind of going with the flow of what's already here and available. Like you'll get to this level. You just got to go out there, give it a shot. Hoo-yah. All right. Well, with that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with me on that run's called Beer Belly. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. YouTube really wants you to watch the video at the end of this one. It really hand selected that video for you.